Ну, Джорджо и Келлини, они уже 857 матчей! Какое! Я сейчас закончу вообще все! Какой голечник, боже ты мой!
What if the greatest goal scorer in history still had one goal left to chase? We've seen him do the impossible, score from angles no one else could even see. We've seen him lift almost everything. 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions Leagues, 2 decades of dominance, 938 goals, and counting. But what if the final chapter isn't written yet? This is not just a story about a stat line. This is about another legacy on the line. A mission to become the first man in football history to reach 1,000 goals. This is the story of Cristiano Ronaldo's quest for 1,000 goals. The world feels like it's coming to an end. And no, I'm not talking about war, politics, or AI taking over your job. I'm referring to our world. The world we grew up in. The world of sports that raised us. Because slowly, one by one, our childhood idols are finishing their stories. And I guess we should be grateful. Because how many people get to say they witnessed the most beautiful endings to the most beautiful careers? We watched LeBron James break the all-time NBA scoring record, and now his final years are here. We saw Roger Federer, one of tennis's great artists, wave goodbye to the sport on his own terms. We saw Serena. We saw Usain Bolt. The clock is ticking, and slowly but surely, legends are becoming memories. Especially in football. We got to witness the greatest ending ever written. The story of Lionel Messi and the World Cup. The story of his final dance with Argentina. A fairy tale so perfect, even Disney wouldn't dare to touch it. And with that, most people say that the GOAT debate is over. But I don't think it is. At least not yet. Because there's one man still standing, still chasing, still hunting relentlessly. And he might just have one last hurrah left in him. Or maybe a Hail Mary. However, this time the quest is not a trophy, not another Ballon d'Or, but something even rarer. 1,000 career goals. Yes, you heard me right. 1,000 goals. In one lifetime. By one man. If you asked me 2 or 3 seasons ago, I'd say you're nuts. I call myself nuts. But then again, nothing about Ronaldo or Messi has ever been normal. None of it. These two have been rewriting reality since day one. So maybe, just maybe, this crazy idea is the final chapter. The one that even fate can't ignore. Because if he pulls this off, it won't just be history. It'll be immortality. But before we talk about how or whether it could happen, let me take you back to where the legend began. Because to understand the final goal, you have to understand what came before goal number 1. Before he became CR7, Cristiano Ronaldo was just a boy. A skinny kid from Madeira with an impossible dream. But I won't bore you with the details of his rise through fame. Comment down below if you really want me to. But here's the thing. Cristiano was born into struggle, but raised through discipline and hard work. Cristiano didn't grow up with much, but what he did have was hunger. Not just the hunger to play, but the hunger to conquer the world. He was talented, no doubt, but he wasn't the most polished player, even when he was being scouted by some of the biggest teams in the world. But at every point, the world could tell he had something different. Something even the coaches couldn't measure. Obsession. Cristiano Ronaldo went through it all. At 12, he left his family behind and boarded a plane alone to chase football in mainland Portugal. At 15, he was diagnosed with a racing heart, a condition that could have ended his career before it even began. They told him it was dangerous. he said he didn't care. He didn't mind that he had to run. He had to score. He had to become more. By 18, he was at Manchester United, replacing David Beckham. By 23, he was already the best player in the world and had a Ballon d'Or. And by 28, he was already being called one of the greatest to ever do it. But here's the part most people forget. Ronaldo was never supposed to be a goal scorer. He was simply a flashy winger who had stepovers, flair, and showmanship. A creator, not a killer. We all see Ronaldo for what he is today, but this wasn't the reality back then. In fact, if you were a Manchester United fan, you'd probably be frustrated with him at times during his first few years. However, when he asked his technical coach what it would take to be the best, the advice he received would change everything. René Meulensteen, United's technical skills coach, recognized Ronaldo's desire to become the best player in the world. He told Ronaldo, "I can help you with that. There's nothing wrong with your work ethic. It's a wave pushing you forward. If you've got a little intelligence, you look and take example from those who are doing things better than you." That's what I did when I was in Manchester with Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Rio Ferdinand. If you don't learn from guys like that, you're an imbecile. Cristiano looked at the legends ahead of him, Raul, Van Nistelrooy, Shevchenko, and said, "Why not me?" He transformed himself. Body, mind, game. He studied movement, studied defenders, obsessed with getting better, improved his techniques, headers, left foot, right foot. Everything changed. And the numbers? They followed. Goal after goal, season after season, he became a machine. And with every net ripple, the dream started to look less crazy. 500 goals, 600, 700, 800, 900. Now, 2025. Cristiano Ronaldo is 40 years old. Yet, he's just less than 70 goals away from becoming the first player in history to reach 1,000 professional career goals. But here's what's crazy. He might actually do it. Because this isn't just a story about goals, it's a story about obsession, about legacy, about a man who's been doubted at every turn and yet never stopped showing up. So the question now isn't, can he do it? It's when and how, because to reach 1,000, he's going to need the perfect plan. And that's exactly what we're breaking down next. Could Cristiano Ronaldo realistically score 1,000 goals? No man has ever done it at the highest level of football. We only hear of unofficial tallies and debates that exist around whether Pelé reached that mark. Ronaldo's goal-scoring tallies are actually recorded and documented. Right now, Ronaldo has 938 goals in 1,275 official matches, club and country combined. That's a scoring rate of 0.73 goals per game. At that rate, he needs just 62 more goals, roughly 85 more matches to hit 4 digits. And that's just the average. Because since joining Al Nassr in 2023, he's been even better. 99 goals in 111 appearances. That's 0.88 goals per game. If he maintains that form, he'll only need 75 more matches to hit 1,000. And based on his current match frequency for both club and country combined, that could still happen before the end of 2026. Most athletes are nowhere to be found at 40. But Ronaldo? He's chasing immortality. And the closer he gets, the louder the belief becomes that maybe, just maybe, 1,000 is not a dream. It's a target. But while we're crunching numbers, let's not forget the biggest opponent of them all. Time. Let's be honest, if Cristiano Ronaldo were 30 right now, no one would be doubting this quest. But the truth is, he's turning 41 next year, and that's where most people stop believing. Because what Ronaldo is trying to do isn't just rare, it's unnatural. No outfield player at his age should still be competing at the top level, let alone scoring more than most strikers in their prime. But Ronaldo, was never wired like the rest. Even the man himself said so. They say Ronaldo is done, but it's not true. I will continue to play until my legs say, Cristiano, I'm done. I still have a lot. I still love football and scoring goals. I still love winning. They say I'm done, but I'm still proving that is not true. And if you watched him lately, you'll see the body isn't saying it's over. Not even close. His movement, still razor sharp. His finishing, still elite. His hunger, still terrifying. Ronaldo's playing fewer games now, but he's scoring more efficiently than ever. He's picking his moments, picking his competitions, picking his legacy apart one goal at a time. It's no longer about speed or flair. It's about precision, positioning, and an obsession with every detail. He may not look like the Ronaldo of 2011, but make no mistake, he's more calculated, more lethal, and far more dangerous. Because he knows what's at stake. He knows the clock is ticking. But that brings us to the final and most important chapter in this journey. Because goals alone won't get him there. Not without this one thing. Not without the right stage. Every great story needs a stage. And for Cristiano Ronaldo, the final chapter of his legacy won't be written in the shadows. It needs light, it needs pressure, it needs the world watching. Because history isn't just about numbers, it's about moments. And the truth is, Ronaldo can't get to 1,000 on friendlies and lower league matches alone. He needs real games, games that matter. He needs the Euros. He needs the Nations League. He needs the World Cup. But here's the thing. No matter where he plays, Asia, Europe or America, if Cristiano Ronaldo is on that pitch, you know what's coming. Luckily, those tournaments are just around the corner, and the man for the big moment is just as ready as ever. And as the numbers climb, 960, 970, 980, we'll all start watching again. Even the ones who stop believing. Because deep down, we're all a little bit addicted to greatness. We all want to witness something that feels impossible. And that's what makes this quest different. Messi had the World Cup, Federer had Wimbledon, LeBron has the scoring crown. And now is Cristiano Ronaldo's turn to get a number so absurd, it becomes immortal. 1,000 career goals, the final quest. The ultimate end to arguably the most iconic sports figure in history. Will he finally be able to do it? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, you'll love the one coming up next. Click on your screen to watch how Messi completed football. See you in a sec.